So recently, something, you know, it's still quite raw and it's still quite hard to sort of talk about, but I'm getting to the point where my eyes are just really puffy where I haven't been sleeping, but it's rude, so I'm getting to the point where I'm content with, talking about it, because after all, I am not to blame in this at all. And I'm hoping that through it's horrible, that there's some way I can support other people through it, that, and get them past the most crucial part of the stage of, I don't know, I think it's called grieving. And I can't go into details because of legal reasons, but I was attacked. When you hear stories like this, you ask the most obvious questions. Why didn't you fight? Why didn't you scream? Why didn't you run away? These are very obvious questions, but very ignorant questions. And they were the questions that I was asked by my own family. And you have to be in that situation to know how you're going to react, and everybody's body reacts differently to fear. Over the last few days, I felt like I'm the one being punished for something I didn't want to happen. And it's very hard, but I know it's not my fault. And I know there is nothing I could have done. I only did what was natural to me to protect myself, to keep living, but it's still hard. I don't sleep. And I know one day I'm going to get through this. One day I'll look at this and think, you were so brave. I survived an overdose because I couldn't see any way out of this. I thought the nightmares will never end. The flashbacks will never end. I feel dead. I feel like I died and I'm a walking corpse, and I thought there is no way my soul will ever be resurrected after this. But I felt a spark yesterday. I felt a spark of myself. Part of me was holding on, fighting and saying, you know what, Tia, don't let them win. They don't deserve this, and you're not the one that should be punished, but you're being punished. You're being punished at night. I'm the one that had to go into a hospital where I was 24-hour watched. Like I was in prison, and I did not deserve this. I did not deserve any of this, but it happened. And there are thousands of women and men going through the same thing. And not all of them even get justice for it. And that is what's so wrong. Because being believed, because in their eyes you have to have evidence. You literally have to have CCTV of it happening to be believed. Our words mean nothing. But I won't stop fighting. Because through justice will be nothing, it will still help. It will make me go on living knowing that I'm not being punished anymore. This was out of my hands. And there's hundreds of women who are going through the same thing. I'm thankful to my little sister, who is studying at the moment, but still had time to make sure I was okay every day. Not everybody has that kind of support. Some people don't have no family to turn to. And yes, suicide is seen as selfish, but at that moment, when you've got nowhere to turn and everything is going on in your head and you can't get it out, because there's one thing, you can run away, but it's still in here. It's still going over and over like a broken record in here. And it will take some people never get over it. I was told I could end up with PTSD. The most upsetting thing was, one of my brothers told me I deserved it. I deserved it for putting myself in a situation. I can't go into details, but I didn't deserve it. No one deserves that. I would have thought the men in my life would have been a lot more supportive. Because I know damn straight if this happened to my sister, any of my sisters, and God forbid it ever do, I would be in jail right now. Because that person would have been dead seconds after I heard about it. But I'm happy to talk about this because I'm not ashamed. I am not going to be shamed into hiding this. I have no guilt. There is nothing for me to feel guilty about. I was told that it's gross to talk about this, that I should just keep it away from people and never speak of it again. Do you know what that's called? That's called victim shaming. Guys, follow and support Time's Up movement. They're on Instagram and Twitter, because we're going to end this. And I'm happy now that I survived my suicide attempt. I don't regret it, because in the moment that's what I needed. In a way, it made me feel 10 times more alive. But I will now have health issues because of what I did. I still will be suffering no matter what, just to get it out of my head. But I'm thankful for the friends I have that support me, and I hope they will carry on supporting me and supporting whatever I want to do to get justice. This video is not for anything other than empowering young women and men that have been through the same thing. I am alive at the moment, and I'm going to make sure it bloody stays that way. I am not taking my life and punishing myself anymore for something that I didn't deserve. And you guys who have been through the same thing, you don't deserve to do the same. Because you deserve to be alive. Because you survived this. And those that didn't survive it, they did not deserve to die.